Welcome to a very special video where today WTF1 is in the Czech Republic. We're currently in Prague visiting the Thrustmaster Virtual GP Championship to take a look at the rise of esports and to see exactly where the motorsport gaming scene is currently and where it could go in the future. What is Virtual GP? Virtual GP is a Czech-run esports league where they have 12 drivers competing to become champion. It's the Silverstone GP for today, round 6. I'll be live commentating. Virtual gaming isn't just gaming. It's not just play at home and that's it. You know, it's actually becoming a competitive sport. There are games like League of Legends and things like that where they get millions of viewers. And unfortunately, motorsport is lacking a little bit behind that sort of viewership. But hopefully with things like this, with Virtual GP kind of bringing it to the forefront, we'll get to see more of it, because racing fans, it doesn't have to just be in real life. Racing fans that can't get those experiences, we just play on games usually. So to have this in a competitive nature is so cool to see. What is esports? Essentially, esports is organised competitive gaming, usually between professionals. In some of the most popular esport games, they've got stadiums in Asia that are being filled up with 80,000 people to watch esports. Can esport racing be considered a real sport? For hundreds of years, sport has been classed as a physical activity, one where you're either running, kicking, swinging or jumping. This is where it comes down to two kinds of sport, the physical and the mental. Mentality is incredibly important when competing against your opponents in esports, as one mistake can prove extremely costly in an intensely competitive environment. So yes, you can consider it a real sport if you are open to the fact that sports do not have to contain physical exertion.
So what do these guys do, you may ask? They race on a thing called Assetto Corsa. So that's a sim that you can get both on the console, so an Xbox, and also on the PC as well. They're racing for 12 rounds over the course of their season, which however many months it is. How it's broken down is that they have a 3-hour practice session beforehand where they can come in pretty much at any time to practice, and then you have 15 minutes for qualifying, and then they have a 50% of the F1 calendar race, so 26 laps for this time out, if you see what I mean. So half the race distance of a full F1 race. And in terms of realism, for these guys racing, they're racing with no assists, which means that there's no traction control, no ABS. So no traction control meaning that the rear wheels will spin up if they slam on the accelerator too hard. And if they brake too hard with the no ABS, then their front tyres will lock up, or even their rear tyres potentially, which means they'll either go straight on or their back end will step out and they'll fly off. So they've really got to kind of manage the throttle and the brake, especially on the brakes. They want to slam on the brakes and then just slowly come off, which is called trail braking, which these guys I'm sure know far too well, probably better than I do. The championship points are basically the same as Formula 1, so 25 for first, 18 second, 15 third, and it goes down like that.
Drivers have to manage their own setups, changing front or rear wings, gear ratios, suspension stiffness.
Tyre wear is also on. The fuel load has to be managed during qualifying, and damage as well, so it's not like they can crash into each other. They will feel the force and pretty much ruin their entire race. Also with the tyre wear, it's quite interesting to see that, you know, their tyres can burn up quite quickly. So at the end of their qualifying, or their sort of out lap for their qualifying lap, they'll slow down, try and cool down the tyres so that they can get a really quick lap in during their qualifying session. So there's all sorts of stuff going on in their minds getting ready for the race.
Is there hope for racing within esports? The FIA Formula E Championship hosted a $1 million prize fund in what they called the Vegas E-Race in January this year. The event was massive for racing esports, and although a lot of money was invested to making it look hugely professional, there was one flaw: the execution. A glitch in the system caused for a huge roar as Olli Pakala coasted to victory with several laps worth of glitched fan boost when you're only supposed to have it for a few seconds. But it was such a shame, as the idea was perfect to bring racing esports to the forefront, just the end result wasn't what anyone wanted. I still fully believe that racing esports is in a very early stage right now and will come much bigger in the years to come. So there we have it, WTF1 has finished in the Czech Republic, the motorsport esports gaming video that this has been. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you go and check out the link below. It will take you to the Facebook Live where I commentated on round 6 round Silverstone. It's been an amazing day here at the Virtual GP studios. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it too. I'm Matt with WTF1 and I'm going to jump off here. Whee! Hello guys, welcome to Karun Chandok's Karting Carnival here in Northamptonshire, where myself, Tommy the editor of WTF1, George the video producer of Car Throttle, and Alistair who's on the camera behind WTF1, we are going to be taking on the highest of calibre of racing teams. We've got Haas here, we've